I went to the Outright Summit that happened at Harwood Union High
Oh my
School.
goodness.
Yeah, it was so wonderful. A bunch of like baby, queer, and trans folks. Speaking their truth, they did a bunch of workshops, they did a speak out, there was a talent show.
So there was singing?
There was singing.
Was there yodeling?
No yodeling.
I might do some yodeling later in the segment.
You might?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
I mean, I hope Steph Pappas is gonna perform. It's gonna be amazing.
I know.
Hopefully she brings her yodel game because.
Have you been practicing all week for this?
I have been bumping your cowboy in my car.
Ooh, here, there, and everywhere.
Yes.
Well, since we're talking about her so much, let's introduce Steph Pappas and the Steph Pappas Experience.
Yay!
Welcome.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
This is amazing.
I brought some people with me.
You did.
too.
Hi.
Oh.
Let's introduce the band. What do you got?
I got
Hi.
a harmonica.
Hi,
Harmon-
Michael.
Michael
I'm Loren.
on the bass,
Nathan.
drum.
Nathan on the drum. And I saw you earlier. Michael, you had a contraption of sorts that was amazing.
It's a washboard.
A washboard, but with it's more than just a washboard.
It's a little pimped out. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
pimped
pimped
out.
Yeah.
They're
That's
very
the way to describe
customized.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a work in progress always.
Work in progress. So you keep on adding
Things
stuff to it.
kind of fall apart, and life falls apart. And you got to reassemble it, and go to fix
That's
it shop. And
Very meta. I like the analogy of life being brought into that. Wonderful.
So this was when you perform later, it will be the first time that you're performing your cowboy as a complete experience.
With this particular
With this
crew.
one. Right. Okay. So is that part of the experience? Is that sometimes different people will join you on stage and it's sort of always a little different?
That's how I do it. It was
Yeah.
really hard to form a band, keep people interested. You get a band and you play and you practice 3 times a week, and after 3 years somebody's got to go off to college when they're 40, and another one's got to go to college when they're 20, and the other one, you can't keep them together. Not in that, from my experience anyway. So I thought, how am I going to get a band that I can just go to every gig with? So I just would be putting up posters somewhere, and my drummer maybe that I had lined up for the next night cancels. So then I just, the person I'm talking to is a drummer, and I'm like, hey, I'm playing tomorrow night. You want to meet me there? And I'm putting up posters, and they show up, luckily. Actually, Nathan, where are you, Nathan?
Right here.
I was supposed to bring a drummer down to Waitsfield and play, and I'm going down there by myself. Nathan shows up. He's in the parking lot. He's like, I just came out to hear you play. And my drummer didn't show up. He's like, well, my drum's in the back of the car. So we played it like a 3-hour show, just making stuff up for
Just
3 hours
jamming,
straight.
right?
But it sounded like real songs.
There you go.
That's amazing.
I thought it was pretty amazing. So then I started with the whole thing, and then I ran into Loren. There you are, on the bass. And he's sitting out one night at a cafe, and my bass player just happened to move out of town. And it's like I had a gig coming up. I'm like, bingo, there's my bass player. And then I met Michael
at the spot.
at another place out having food, and it's like, oh, washboard, harmonica. Well, we got a gig coming up. Let's go. Just boom, like that. And some of the folks I really like, I bring them back. These folks I really like. We've actually
you
played
go.
a few
You made the
times,
cut.
but
Hey,
we
we get
haven't.
it, we
yeah,
get it.
and we haven't really practiced any songs. I shouldn't say that. You should always say you're well practiced. Really, you should. Like this album right here.
Oh,
This album right
wonderful.
here is well rehearsed.
I own that one. That's
you
got,
own this one.
Yeah. Well, your cowboy's on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be giving away all the stuff to the crew for
Gifts?
later.
Oh, goodness.
It's all for you. I don't
Nice.
think
Jelly-
y'all. This is new. I'm
I
on the
don't think-
Jellyfish.
I don't have Jellyfish.
I'm on this tour right now.
Jellyfish
The Jellyfish tour.
You're all going to be getting the whole crew. There's a lot of people here to put
Yeah,
on
yeah.
an
Our-
awesome show.
We have the full crew, professional.
And then, of course, there's these for everyone.
My goodness.
Yes, yes.
I am
Cowboy.
so
Yes,
excited.
everybody's going to be getting these.
So
You
excited.
can handle it, right?
Oh, I don't know if I can handle all of these gifts.
And then, of course, you got to have matches, right?
How else are you gonna light
I
up?
mean-
your-
Oh my gosh, I have your
Right.
T-shirt. I have your
You know?
T-shirt with that on it.
Yeah,
You made a T-shirt. I
yeah,
know
those
I
were
have it.
one-offs. Those were one-offs
Oh.
for that festival.
Oh yeah. For
Yeah,
the was it that
We
Heavy
can say
Fest at
where we
Magic?
were.
Hat?
Yeah, it was Heavy Fest.
Yeah. Yep.
So they're a nonprofit organization. So matches for everyone. I'm sure you can use
Says, "Who's your
matches, right?
cowboy?"
Everybody
Yeah.
out there.
So much cowboy swag here today.
And anybody else that that needs to get some cowboy swag, you can go to stephpappas.com. That's where I live.
There you
And
go.
it has the full biography. I was checking through that yesterday, and I saw that you have some anniversaries this month with a few songs. One had a 1-year anniversary, and another had a 3-year anniversary.
All singles. I've got
All singles.
maybe 20 singles out, but there's 18 or 19 in a series. I put out 5 singles a year.
Wow.
And, 3 years ago, yesterday was, I used to be cute. So it was happy birthday, I used to be cute. I think One Foot had on May 13th, came out last year. So that was happy birthday May 3rd for, what's that song? What am I talking about? One Foot came out May 13th. So I just say happy birthday to him. It just makes people aware when you post it on the internet that you got singles
That it's
out
there,
there.
that it's there,
All
yeah.
singles.
You don't have to commit to an album. You can.
Yeah, I got albums,
You,
but,
but you
yeah,
don't. Yeah, but
in
if you want to
between-
dabble in some Steph Pappas,
Yeah.
yeah,
In
a
between
couple one-offs.
albums,
Yeah,
yeah.
perfect.
So speaking of the singles, what are some of your musical influences? Like, what makes the Steph Pappas Experience?
Let's see. For one, these folks behind me, big influence.
Aw.
It's like my orchestra here. I just say,
She's the maestro.
yeah, I've been called conductor
Conductor.
at a
Good
jam
conductor.
session.
Good conductor.
Yeah. Let's see. You mean like real names of artists? You
Sure,
wanna hear?
let's name drop.
I can name some artists. I loved Janis Joplin when I was growing up. I like a lot of the new artists today. Like Shaky Graves, or anyone from Austin too. Just
Right.
people I run into and people I play with. Guy Forsyth, he plays the harmonica and he plays the blues. So I thought, start using more harmonica in my set. So that's a little bit of an influence.
Good job.
And we got, I'm telling you, they're all my influence. Everybody I've played with, and Guy
Nice.
has played with me too. So
And you got started in music because of a harmonica, is that correct?
let's see. My first instrument.
Right.
Piano, trombone,
Piano,
then guitar.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
And how young did you start?
Oh, I was trying to figure that one out, and you start to forget stuff.
Right.
So you're in
I
New
forgot
England? You're from New England though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we don't have a ton of cowboys up here, so I'm curious. You've definitely got the garb, you've got the look down.
Sideburns.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
There
where
were
does that
cowboys.
come from?
There were cowboys
There were?
up here in Vermont. Yeah, they sure were, and they'd say howdy walking down the street. When I was
Nice.
growing up. Yeah, that. They said howdy. I'd say howdy back. In Texas, I went to Texas because my friends kept telling me to come on down to Texas and play, and I went down there. Everybody's saying howdy down there, so I continue the cowboy thing down there big time.
I love
But
it.
they're
We need
here.
more cowboys up here, though,
Yeah.
right? We need a resurgence. Maybe the stickers and matchboxes will help. I'm
hope so.
hoping.
You like
Bring
it?
in
You
some
like
Yeah.
cowboy culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Some yodeling.
right.
I'm really. You better yodel for me later.
yodeling.
You better yodel for me.
I can do that.
Great. What's this?
I was going to say, bringing country back.
Yes.
We do have some country performances coming up, so maybe we'll have to bring in some Steph Pappas cowboy.
Anytime.
Can we borrow some garb for it?
I think so.
Wonderful, if we can fit, right?
We'll make it work.
Okay, we'll
Is that
make
a
it work.
We'll
No.
make it work.
So,
How long have you been playing in Burlington, each of you? I mean, are you pretty well versed in the Burlington music community? I know this outfit is pretty new. As the four of
Where'd
you.
Start?
I've been in and out of the area experience, but really about the last 5 years, I've really gotten back into the local performing scene. A lot of different bands I've been playing with.
Everybody wants to play with him now. They see the washboard, the harmonica, and
It's
my
so
band.
cool.
Next thing I know, he's in all these other bands. It started here first.
That's right.
Right.
Don't
on
forget
top
where
of
you
my
came
list.
from, Michael.
take your claim. Yeah.
And Lauren's
It's a
been.
portable instrument.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gets around a lot.
It's a washboard harmonica combination. Then we got Loren on the bass guitar. You were in punk bands, right?
I was in the wards.
The Wards.
The wards.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Two bass players, I think there was
Classic.
at one time, which I loved. So, the Wards.
Yeah.
How
What
long?
about you, Nathan? Oh, yeah. How long? How long did you play in the wards?
10 months.
Oh, okay.
Haha, good
How long
enough.
have you been playing the bass?
Long. And
Long.
I've been playing in this area for about 30 years.
But don't ask
Wow.
him how old he is now.
Okay, off limits.
Skipped.
We won't go there.
Nathan might tell you, but I don't know.
I'm not even sure he doesn't want me to know that stuff.
You did punk music.
I did punk music.
Mm.
Yeah, that was one of my first bands was punk music. And I've been up in this area since I think like 04, 05, but I was in previous bands in southern Vermont, and I was playing punk down there. Yeah.
That's why he plays loud.
Yeah.
So when I met him in Waitsfield and he showed up with his drum kit, we're in a quiet little restaurant, he starts banging on it. I turn around as they kept telling. After the third song, it was, wow. It was amazing. We just wrote so many songs. It just went 3 hours playing. Never played together, hardly even talked at all.
And then you wrote a song afterwards about our drive home, the Whiteout
Oh,
song.
yeah, I wrote a single. It's called Whiteout. And he's actually playing on that, so that's how it happens, you know. You just put it together and go, just like this show. How did you put this together?
Exactly. You'll have to find out on Stuck in Vermont. We're going to be on an upcoming episode.
Cool.
Featured on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an amazing
What are
thing.
your upcoming gigs? You got some bookings? What do we got?
Yeah, July 22nd.
Okay. Where are you playing?
I'm gonna play at the Radio Bean. It's sort of a
Nice.
CD release party.
Okay.
Ooh,
Still-
new CD.
It's actually this one. and
She's
it's
on the
Ooh.
Jellyfish tour.
This is
It's-
perfect. So we get the debut album here.
Yeah, it's getting
Awesome.
near the middle end of the tour,
End of the
and then
tour.
I'll do something else after this.
Wonderful.
July 22nd.
Second,
We'll have to
early.
mark that.
At Radio Bean.
Yeah.
It's early, big
Earlier.
early show.
Oh, good. I can get home and in bed.
Right?
I'm an old lady.
Reasonable hour.
Really?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
So
Perfect.
we love to end segments by giving some advice to those who are interested in pursuing music, especially in the Burlington scene. So if you could give some advice to aspiring musicians, what advice would you give?
Okay, anybody got some here?
Just get out there
Yeah,
and do it. There's so many
exactly.
opportunities
Yeah,
to do it. I mean, there's a lot of good open mics. There's some blues open mics I go to at Nectar's like once a month, and there's a lot of good musicians. It's, you know, get your stage fright off and stuff like that, and just get out there and do it.
Networking.
Just a lot of really
networking.
talented.
Because you never know who you're
welcoming
going to run
musicians
into, really, right? I mean, that's
Yeah,
how you
one-
guys, you know, just.
One thing leads into the next. Just get out there, do what makes you happy. And if you're not happy and you don't like where your life is or where you're at in your life, do something to change it. You can change it in a second, in 5 minutes. You know, you can change it. Most people can.
Yeah.
Or you can meet Steph Pappas in a parking lot and just like join the band.
Join the
right?
band. I love it. That's how I do it.
Well, I can't wait to hear the performance later in the segment, and I thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.